Ayubowan. Good afternoon. I'm Samanthi. I'm from Sri Lanka. Today I'm going to talk to you about high school life in Sri Lanka. So let's enjoy my session. So first, let's look at some introduction about Sri Lanka. So do you know where is Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka is just below India, of course, and the population is around 21 million by the year 2018. So Sri Lanka is a very small island situated in the Indian Ocean, just above the equator, and we are a small island. So the Japan itself is 3 times larger than Sri Lanka. And when it comes to the capital, it's a very long name. It is called Sri Jayawardene Kotte. And we use 2 official languages, Sinhala and Tamil. But in any case, if you go to Sri Lanka, anyone would be able to help you in English. Recently, we have elected a new government, our president and the prime minister. This is an interesting fact. They are brothers. So let's talk about the institutional structure of the school system. There are 3 types of schools: government schools, semi-government schools and non-state owned schools. The majority of the schools are the government schools, and under the government schools there are national schools, provincial schools and primary schools. Among them, the national schools are the most popular. The reason for that is the national schools are well equipped and there are teachers well qualified. So in the government school sector, there are around 10,000 schools island-wide, and 4.1 million students are studying in them under the supervision of 200,000 teachers. Okay, I think it's time for our first question. What type of schools are the most popular in the government sector schools in Sri Lanka?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, the answer is the national schools. Okay, let's look at the school system. For the first time, a child will enter the school system of Sri Lanka at the age of 6 years, and the primary education will remain until 10 years, and from 11 years to 16 years the secondary education will be in practice, and from 17 years to 19 years the higher education or high school education. So from 20 years onwards it's the university education. The standard number of years for the compulsory education is the 13 years. The most unique feature of the school system is that the students do not need to pay any fee to be educated from 6 years until they finish the university education. So it's time to the second question. From which age to which age is the compulsory education lasts in Sri Lanka?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The answer is from 6 years to 19 years. Okay, let's look at the high school curriculum. So there are basically 4 curricula to be chosen from. Depending on your grades in the ordinary level examinations, you can choose one of the 4 curricula. So in order to choose the biological and engineering sciences, you need to have credit passes for mathematics, science and also the national language. And for economics and commerce, similar credits for economics and commerce subjects. In order to choose arts and languages or technical subjects, you need to even have a pass for mathematics and national language. Okay, it's time for the third question. So question is, when do the students in Sri Lanka get the ability to choose the curriculum and how many they can choose? The answer is after they have sat for the General Certificate of Education Ordinary Level Examination, they are given the chance to select one of the 4 curricula. You can only choose one. Okay, the most enjoyable part of high school is engaging in extracurricular activities, and sports comes the first choice of extracurricular activities in the Sri Lankan school system. So there are a wide array of sports you can engage in, not only the local sports but also the internationally very famous type of sports also. For example, the volleyball is our national game. Many schools are engaging in this sport and it is very popular among boys mostly. And when it comes to track and field, both the girls and boys are engaging in these events similarly. And then when it comes to soccer and rugby, it is mostly famous among the boys. There are specific schools in Sri Lanka, they are well known for those sports. The cricket, that is the most popular game in Sri Lanka. Cricket is a special cultural aspect in Sri Lanka actually. So it's a part of our culture now. Even though it was introduced by the British, it is kind of a Sri Lankan thing now. The school system is the source of the players for our national team. So the national team players are selected from the school teams. Okay, it's time for our 4th question. Are there specific sports popular among boys and popular among girls?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, of course there are. So when it comes to sports that are popular among boys, number 1 is cricket, and then it comes to rugby, and then soccer. And when it comes to the sports for girls, basketball, netball, swimming would be the most popular sports among the girls. Okay, apart from the sports, there are a wide range of extracurricular activities a student in the high school can engage in within the school. On the left hand side top, I have shown a picture of the debating competitions. Next is the scouts, boy scouts, and female counterpart of the scouting is the guiding, that is shown in the right hand top corner, the girl guides, and next to the girl guides, that is the National Cadet Corps. So when you do the cadetting, you get an easy opportunity to enter the national military like Army, Navy or Air Force. And one other very interesting club in the high schools is the astronomical clubs. The students will organize the night camps and also other events related to astronomy. So apart from this, there are many other societies, the nature societies, the language societies. So students have the chance to engage in as many societies as they like, depending on the time availability for them. They are free to join any of these societies and activities during their high school period. So the Sri Lankan high school students, mostly 99% of them don't do part-time jobs. So mostly they depend on their parents, and also because our system is totally free, universal free education, they don't need to do a part-time job. Okay, it's time for our final question, that is how many clubs or societies a student gets the chance to join in?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
If the student has a time to join, he or she can join any number of clubs or societies as they like. So there is no restriction at all. Okay, finally we have reached the end of this session. So thank you very much for your very kind attention to my talk. And also, if you get a chance to visit Sri Lanka, please do come. And I hope you enjoy the talk. And thank you so much.